Hi, this is XSS Enterprises for our weekly video. Today we're just going to talk about two MVPs that we launched, and Sandeep and Xavier will go into more detail about that.
So our first MVP was us three are going to all offer $50 to our person of our choice. The person of our choice was an acquaintance of one of us, and his name was Gregory. Like he didn't want to say it last time, but he said we could say it this time. And he spent a weekend in Mexico with his fraternity, and he said he did really fun things with that. And one thing was cliff diving. He went on one of the rocks in the ocean and just cliff dived off it. Was really cool from what you hear. Well, each $50 was really easy to get from each one of us, and it was really easy to turn around to Gregory. He opted in for our installment plan, and which means that he's going to pay $50 per month plus interest each month, and that interest is going to be $15 per, and it's going to be a 10% interest rate. What was that from the $150 we gave him? We just met with him today. Sorry, August 6th. And he gave us our first $50 plus the interest of 15, and he commented that like he's going to give us $75 next time plus the interest rate. So we're going to wait for that next month, and we're going to pass over Sandy for.
Hi. So we launched the second MVP at the same time because we wanted to see if we should put in our own money or if we should have different investors put in. It was a risk analysis basically. So we pestered 15 people. We went to parties. We talked to people on Sprout, RSF, and 15 people, and the amount had to be exactly the same. So $150. So 15 people, $10 each. It wasn't that hard because people were like, it's $10. How big of a deal can it be? So we did that, and we made a deal with another guy. His name is Jeffrey. At an interest rate of 15%, he would have to return the money. And unlike Xavier's MVP, he did not opt in for a long term, but instead he said that he'll come back from the spring break and give us a whole amount plus a 15% interest rate back. That basically had to happen. But when we met him after the spring break, he renegotiated it with us because he said since he wasn't buying it legally, it was he didn't have to pay us the 15%, and that's the problem that we've been having. And we've talked to our GSI and our professor about that, legally how we have to bind people. So we were more concerned about our capital that we had already invested we had taken people's money and used it. So we renegotiated it with him, and we said instead of 15%, just give us 10%. And we tried to reach in the middle. He said, okay, at 10% on $115, he had to give us $15 back. So a total of $115. He returned $115 to us. We got our capital back, made $15 of profit. What we did with our money was, so we gave $10 back to each of the investor, plus $1 back that we made on the interest rate. So the investors got their money back, plus an interest rate, $1 each. But the co-founders, three of us, we didn't make any money on our services because we were planning on using the extra 5% that we lost during renegotiations as our profit. So that's one of the issues that we're having is like how to legally bind them, and it's also this is a financial startup, so we had to put in our own money and like use people's money. So our main concern was just getting our capital back. So we will be meeting with the professor and the GSI again and figuring out how to hold people accountable.
Like we're planning for the three people, we're going to make more profit, about at least $30 worth. So that's really good. So I'll pass over to Sean for our closing remarks.
So that's basically, as Sandeep touched on, we'll need to discuss more in detail about creating like a legal obligation so that we don't have people renegotiating and lowering our profits. Thank you.
Thank you very much.